Alright, okay. Starting this video off, I want you guys to guess what. So let me know when you said what out loud. Okay, chicken butt. You just got violated. Alright, let's get into this coaching. I'm going to be playing out 1.5 speed here. And as you can see, just coming in, I just grabbed like a random unit off the carousel. It was an Ash with a bow. Usually if I get a double BF sword opener, I just kind of slam the death blade. Not always, but in most instances, it's just too hard of an item to sit on your bench. And here I'm just grabbing whatever pairs I can get. Like I tell you guys in the early game, it's a rough opener. I'm not seeing any blatant synergies, and I was hoping to get gold here. And at the start of my match, like I tell you guys, I always mute all. There's no point in listening to anybody. And at this point, I'm just buying pairs. I don't even care about the synergies. Getting free upgraded units out on the board is disgustingly broken. You're only allowed to have 8 units out on the board, really. Because going to level 9 is usually a fantasy, so already having 2 of the 8 upgraded is phenomenally good. Next turn, we're gonna level up. Okay. Sorry about this, but people want me to explain my augment choices. Okay. 1, it's the new set. Don't really know what this does. I'm just gonna be a $150. Like the set dropped a day or two ago. I've been working. I haven't had a chance to really grind a whole lot. You're never gonna pick this. It's gonna railroad you the rest of the game regardless. I don't even know what it does. Exiles is always a good pick, but I think Portable Forge has a higher chance to snowball you at 2-1 if you get like Collector, a really good or an artifact item. I think it's just better to take than Exiles. I think Exiles can be like Biss and like certain comps. Like me personally, I think Exiles with like Duelists is basically a free locket. Or Exiles with like Laser Corp is always just going to be good. But this is just overall just a safe pick. If you want to take this, I wouldn't be mad at you, but I take this. I have more fun playing this, and it's like bigger snowball potential. And I kind of got shafted here. This is disgusting. But I'll tell you the reason why I chose that, though. 1, I don't have an AP unit that I think Hourglass would be good on, right? Like, if you remember a few sets ago, we had Aurelian Soul, and like a lot of two hex dragons were like getting off their ability cast is game deciding, and Hourglass is good for that. And what I already saw is I had BF sword, so that's Deathblade, right, in my head. And by taking Black Cleaver here, it's basically a free Last Whisper. That's how you gotta view it. It's a free Last Whisper. That's a little bit better, right? Because it both sunders and shreds. So it does both the AP mitigation and AD. We're just going to go through our normal combats here, and on 2-5 we're going to level up as usual, and on 3-2 we're thinking about what we're going to pick up on the carousel. We know we need anti-heal, so that's what the Shade Vest can go towards. And I was just looking to get Ace Energy out on the board, because right now I'm super weak. I don't know what the new Vex does, but I know I want to get this double BF sword off my bench. Since they changed Ash to a sure shot, I was already thinking sure shot angle for sure. Because if you already have a Last Whisper and a Deathblade, that's where you're going. I think they completely just ruined Belveth this set. I could be wrong. I would want to be wrong. But every game I play with Belveth so far, she doesn't feel like what she was. I read the patch notes. I might need to reread them. But she doesn't hit the same like she used to. And we're going to buy whatever pairs we can and try to make gold interest where we can. I'm gonna sell the Renekton pair here if we lose this combat to make interest. If we win, we're gonna just sell one Renekton. I think keeping the mascot out on the board is like better right now, and keeping the opportunity for Ash 2 to be better is like better than Renekton 2. People sleep on Gangplank though, dude. He's like, the amount of damage that Gangplank just spits out, and a lot of people don't know this, Gangplank's Q has grievous wounds on it, so you really don't need Morello, but is what it is. I know he's not going to be on my final board, right, so I'm going to still need anti-heal. I'm either going to be looking for an AD item or a tank item, and in this case, What do I go for? Yeah, I go for a bow. Because I don't know what I'm going to be building, but a bow is just always good. I can make Titans out of the chain vest. I could always just slap the bow on Ash. I'm going to level up here and put in a threat unit. Because it doesn't break gold interest. And they changed Nico's this set, so I'm just gonna kill a Nico to get the upgrade I need. Holding on to more pairs exactly. It's a children's game, man. It's not too deep. But from what I did learn about Morgana, she isn't a frontline unit. You're gonna want to like second row her so she like shreds magic resist. But she is pretty squishy, so you don't really want to frontline her.
Get paid and get out.
I was trying to see how I could fit the Lucian out on the board, but it just doesn't happen. I'd rather make gold here and just go sure shot angles. And I know the rest of these units are going to slowly start coming off my board, right? I know on my final board, I'm not going to want to have Ashe with my 3 carry items, so I know it's probably not going to be like 4 sure shot, unless I find a replacement Ashe like I do have here in the shop to hold on to. So I could just put her in late game and then transfer the items over. I would have liked to win this combat here to hold the Ashe 1 that's in shop. And somebody said they wanted a game where I wasn't just win streaking outright, so I mean, here's an example. I'm not just outside like win streaking, but I'm not playing dumb either. Like, I'm keeping my gold relatively high. I'm not making dumb refreshes. I'm not holding units that are too expensive. That's like another thing that nobody talks about for you, like lower elo people. Quit on like early stages holding these like 3-cost units that are super expensive, man. Like, you guys don't think about that, but it's so much gold. It breaks so much gold interest. You're never gonna rate, like, rapid fire cannon, you're never playing that shit. Unless you're going like Belveth. And even then, it's not even good. So I just slammed it, because I want to make my board as strong as I possibly can at all times. Also, if you, like, people get too stressed out if they're losing. You can lose a lot in TFT. But you can't be, like, losing where, like, you're losing by, like, 10 pieces on a board, man. Like, each of these losses, I'm taking less than 10. So that's good. And... oh, let me pause. Oh, zeesh. Alright. Alright, I gotta help you guys out with this. Alright. You're never taking Knife's Edge, man. It's dog shit. Seriously, I don't know what they need to do, but this is dog shit. This will forever be dog shit. I don't ever, even with Duelist, man, like, maybe Duelist, that's like the BIS for this, and even then I think it's dog shit. Don't ever touch this. Last Stand is very niche, and like, this is good with like Curse Crown and like reroll comps, right? Like, so this is like good for like reroll comps and like Curse Crown, where you can get so much value out onto the board that when you do proc this and you have like 12 units on your board from Curse Crown, that you get like infinite value. Like, that's where this is good. Or if like I don't know, this is like very coin flippy, because that means that all of stage 2 into like your next augment pick, or all of stage 3, I mean, into your next augment pick, you don't have an augment. By clicking this, you're basically choosing not to have an augment. So I'm always going to take second wind here, because it's healing, and it's just always a good neutral like team buff, whether it's Sunfire or Sunfire board or second wind. These are just always going to be good. It's never going to be bad to have second wind. And on 3-2, like I said, we're going to level up. Might not be able to make the gold interest that I want, but, you know, I'm not going to not have an upgraded unit out on my board. See, so we have a comp here. We don't have a whole lot of synergies. I would like to get Defender in. The difference between... Defender's just, honestly, I think Defender's just broken this set. I could be wrong, But last set Aegis was really broken. I think this set Defender's just disgusting. Second win went hard with this Titan's Resolve too. We got like infinite value. Dude, I don't know what this... Look at that. Dude, that's disgusting, man. Look at that guy's board. Built diff, I think it is. And then the homies out here with the quadruple gat Lucian.
Get paid and get out.
We're going to be buying whatever sure shots we can, and it's not as linear as like last set where you can just make whatever front line. Like, it doesn't line up synergistically well, like when you had like Vi with Sedge and then the Aegis and all that. It doesn't line up that well. Maybe I just haven't played enough to notice. I saw like a Renegade comp where it had like a shitload of synergies where it lined up real well, so... For like maximum Stand United value, but... As you can see, Defender's going hard this fight. That's the difference between us winning this and losing this. If you guys just heard something slap, a big-ass spider just got his ass, so... We ain't stopping the recording either. Y'all get what you get. Here's a good point to learn, though, too. Now you can just prioritize and grab whatever best unit is on the carousel, because the item bounces, right? So here's a Samira with a chain vest, which I would never pick normally, because the chain vest would be stuck on her, but now it bounces. See? So it's like, it's disgustingly good, and now we're not going to not have, like, the upgraded sure shots out on the board. I'm not going to sell the GP because it's an upgraded unit. So when I go to level 7, I already have an upgraded unit to put out on my board. I'm not going to drop Defender. I think it's actually proper in this case to take out the Sever and keep in the GP. But hindsight's 20/20. When you're playing the game, you're not thinking that well. But I also think the difference between 2 sure shot and 3 sure shot is pretty big. I think it's like 6, then 11%. We're just going to be leveling up here with our free gold. We're not stressing it, even though we're at 70 HP. Like, if you, like, look over off to the right, you might get, like, anxious, but look at how close the lobby is. Like, 70 HP isn't bad at all. And we're basically stabilizing our board enough, so when we hit, like, level 7, we can roll for, like, a 4 cost. We already hit Samira, so we don't have to worry about that. Then we're going to want to go to hit level 8 so we can get the most amount of units out on our board with the most amount of synergies, get the most bang for our buck. Here's a big issue, is I should put the... Here's a learning experience, by the way. I should have put the Samira on the same side as the Ashe. So whoever Ashe is auto-attacking and sundering, Samira can auto-attack and execute. But I wasn't thinking this at the time. But yes, that's how you're supposed to do it. It's the same thing with Last Whisper. That's why Samira having these items on her is really good, because when she casts her ability, it like procs that ability on all the units. I'm gonna keep the Ashe here. I'm gonna do a little bit of rolling here. We're just gonna make whatever 380 items we can on Samira. It really doesn't matter. We should make gold interest here, yep. So people want me to explain this as well. Style and flair. So one thing to note, if you get a 4 cost, and a 4 cost and a 3 cost, it's always going to be these. No matter what, it's always going to be these. Okay? So we already have... I feel like everybody would choose this one, and I wouldn't blame you. This is like her BIS augment, but it's a new set. I want to try new things. So I already see that I have 2 defender. I already have like 2 tank items. I want to try out like probably the new defender trait here. I wouldn't blame you if you choose this one. But in my opinion, right now, Defender like Mecha Garen is disgusting, and they probably need to nerf it. But I'm going to probably pick this here because, one, it's giga fun. Two, I have 2 tank items for it with second wind, and if I make a mecha, he heals like, if it was like 8,000 health or something, he like second wind heals off that. And I can focus on the last bit of my carousels to make him like a gigabis item. And sure shots are only as good as how long their front line stays alive, right? So if I can make my front line stay alive indefinitely, then that's what I'm going to do. Because it gives them enough time to ramp with like the sure shot bonus, okay? And Revan's not even a question. I'm not taking the 3 cost hero power. And a lot of people don't know this, so I'll explain this as well. And I've explained this in past videos, but not everybody watches my videos. So, and it gets kind of redundant re-explaining the same things, but not everybody watches all my videos. In a past set where we had Renata Glask, there was a Sejuani and Zac got hyper armor for like their ability. So when you had a straight line of just bruise or meat walls and she kept shooting her poison cloud over the sides, you would put your strongest tank units on both sides, which would be Sejuani and Zac, because they got hyper armor. It would take them longer to kill. The concept still applies. Whichever the outside units, which would be like Wukong and Rel in this case, are always going to take the brunt of all of the damage. So that's why these two are in the middle. That's just how it's always going to be. But I have them spaced out because I don't want them taking splash like AoE magic damage or something. I'm trying to get the most bang for my buck. But this is why it is. And also I want middle sticks in the middle so he procs early. But that's why you position like this. I was really excited to see what the new Garen augment was. Dude, why'd the Warwick walk right to her? Screw this game. Okay, it's still cool, though. Okay, so this guy's level 8, man. This guy went level 8 on 4, too. Okay. And that's when I shuffled everything over a little bit, because I'm not going to have that happen to me again. But you have to be conscientious because the new Warwick has Hacker, so you're going to have to keep moving your shit every 2 seconds. But yeah, the game plan here is to go level 8, and I'm going to be looking to put in another defender. So I think at some point here I quit holding the Alistar pair and just sell it. Because I realized, like, what the hell am I doing? So this is a level 7 board being a level 8 board. And we're just going to grab the Sure Shot Ezreal. It's a 5 cost Sure Shot. It'd be the same as like a Philios, right? So we're just always going to grab this. I don't care it has a trash item. I can always remove her it as well. I'd probably remove her right here and put all these items that I have on Samira on the Ezreal. Gonna be buying like any of the 4 costs. I need Garen too here pretty soon. There we go. I know you're more inclined to hit the Samira here, but I said screw it. One, because I'm for fun playing just a little bit because it's a new set, but I also think it might be better. And at some point here, if I find Shen, which is like the new defender, I'm going to take out one of these sure shots for him. So we're like rolling for a lot here. One, we're level 8 pretty early, so we're more inclined to hit like Ezreal upgrade. Hit Jack's upgrade's big, Ezreal upgrade's big, finding Shen's big. All of these are really huge. And we're having our Ezreal in the bottom right corner because this is the furthest Hex away from anything. He's like the last to be attacked. And the only real issue with Ezreal is it takes him forever to cast. Because it's a new set, I don't know this yet, if you need a mana item on him or not. And as you can see, Warwick's just giga busted. Oh, I have Shen in shop. Did I not buy it? It's probably because I don't know what the units look like yet. I don't know what the units look like. You have to get, like, that's like another thing about, like, a new set dropping, is you need to get used to what the new units look like. So I'm gonna make Dragon's Claw here. And the reason why I'm making Dragon's Claw is Garen already has a shitload of armor from Defender. And now he's gonna have a shitload of magic resist from Dragon's Claw. And Dragon's Claw heals percentage health. And he's gonna have giga health.
My sword.
And at this point, I realized after the G-Claw, I for sure needed the Defender, and so I'm just gonna start selling and donkey rolling for it. So I'm like, which one of these sure shots am I getting rid of for this? And here's the whole thing, I don't sell the Ashe, and I don't sell the Ashe here because once you sell it, you're never gonna get her back. She's 16%. But it's cool to see, because I have a little bit of wiggle room with health. It's cool to see what is actually stronger, 4 sure shot on my board with 3 defender, or 4 defender with 3 sure shot. So that's why you keep the, because depending on who you fight, right, you can try out one way, then try out the other and see like which one works, especially if you have an HP advantage. That's something to think about. I'm just looking for, like, a defender upgrade here, like Leona. I already know I'm not going to be able to make it to level 9 this game. And I keep trying to reposition, one, so the Warwick can't just kill my defender and walk to the back line. He's going to have to hit Garen. But also, you kind of want to, if you're going this mecha build, you're going to want to keep moving your mech, because Leona has a shitload of single target DPS. And if you just let Leona ulti or Garen and laser him down, you just auto lose the fight, right?
If not stealing it, they're dead.
So it's something to think about. You have to keep moving your mech. You can't just have him sit like middle hex. At this point, I was like, oh, mecha emblem? You already know, dude. We're gonna make this happen. This is a tuber. This is a tuber for sure, bruh. So I was like looking for like, okay, I'm like, what other mech do I need? Because I already have Leona, and that's the hard mech to find. I was like, okay, I gotta put in Jack somehow here. I guess we drop down another sure shot and put it in. Because you already know, man, this is like a little bit of for fun playing, by the way. You probably don't always go 5 mecha here. I'm just having a little fun. As you can see, I'm not selling any of the units off my board, though, while I'm having my fun. I'm still keeping them. As you can see, Leona just deletes your Garen, man. Look at this. Look at this abomination, man.
Violence to end violence.
I really should be scouting more. I think at this point I realize I'm never getting stronger, and I'm going to try to go level 9, because, like, what else am I really rolling my gold for? There's nothing. So on the off chance I can hit level 9, that's what I'm going to be going for here.
I hope you saw that coming, because I did.
So there's a carry augment on Garen, which is, I think, is like AD related, so I didn't get to see Garen scaling, because I haven't played this set a whole lot, but if you go, like, the carry augment on Garen, do you go, like, Titan's Bloodthirster, And then like, or like Death Stance or something like that. I don't know what you would go on him. I'm gonna make gold inches because even if I go level 9, I'm not gonna be able to fit out. I'm not gonna be able to fit out all the sure shots and keep the 5 mech. I'm gonna pick a AD item for Samira. Pretty sure here. I already have enough tank. I need DPS. And what a better way to get DPS than Zeke's, baby. You gotta give Ezreal that attack speed, man. People sleeping on it. Whichever side your Garen's on, you're gonna probably usually want to have your sure shots on, so things can't just walk through your front line and get to your sure shots. Having Ace on Samira is incredibly good, and as you can see, we're probably gonna be able to hit level 9 here. We're beating a lot of people out. Having a full defender comp going into an AP comp don't feel too good. But I'm hoping the Declaw brings me through. I also don't know how a lot of the unit's abilities work yet, so I don't know if Nico's ability, like, it goes in a straight line hitting my whole back line, and I have to position around that. But I do know the Urgot wave is going to hit me. But this comes with, like, learning and time. Like, a few days since the set released. And at this point, I should have realized that this guy was going for Warwick 3 and just rolled here on 8 and kept the Warwicks. Because I knew I was stronger than him. If I just held Warwicks, he wouldn't be able to hit it. Even though my rank's diamond right now because the rank reset, the vast majority of the players I'm playing are like Grandmaster, Challenger, MMR. As you can see, we're stronger than this right now, so we really should just be chilling on 8 and buying up all the Warwicks we see. We should do a fat roll down here and buy them all up, but I don't. Like an idiot. Especially when he has this much, he's had such a gold lead. And I just power leveled to 9 here to get out, what, another sure shot. Here's my whole thing, is I never hit it, man. And then he hits Warwick 3, as you can see at the top right corner. Which I'm like, alright, cool, I'm just screwed now. And I thought he would also, like, move his, like, Urgot, but no, he don't. In higher elo, people actually move their stuff, but this guy just said screw it, full send. Yeah, but I don't even know how I'd ever kill that Warwick. That thing's too thick. At this point, I think literally having an Ezreal 2 or Ezreal 1 is stronger than that Sivir. Even with the sure shot bonus. I think getting like another Ezreal cast off and maybe getting like ace procs out of it would just be better. Position around the Urgot. At this point, I already knew I lost the game. I should have just forfeited. But I felt like you guys would have liked to see the end. If I was just playing by myself, I wouldn't waste time. But I hope you guys learned something from the game and have a good day.